Good. Hello. This is Dr. Janine Elias with the Elias Institute of Professional Coaching, and I am going to unpack the perceived stress scale. So the perceived stress scale is an assessment that you can get online. It is a classic stress instrument. It is a tool that was originally developed in 1983. It remains a popular choice for helping us understand how different situations affect our feelings and our perceived stress. The questions in the scale ask you about your feelings and thoughts during the last month. In each case, you will be asked to indicate how often you felt or thought a certain way. Although some of the questions are similar, there are differences between them, and you should treat each one as a separate question. The best approach is to answer fairly quickly. That is, don't try to count up the number of times you felt a particular way, rather indicate that alternative that seems like a reasonable estimate. So with this assessment, like all of the assessment, it's best to answer the first thing that comes to mind, not put too much thought into it, and you will get a more accurate result by doing that. The perceived stress scale, here is your list of questions. Now, I do not recommend you share your results or outcomes with your team members. So feel free to, so you answer how you felt for each question, choose the following alternatives. When you answered this assessment, you were to do it from the perception of how did you feel in the past month. And this is something that you can take once a month. It's something that you can actually self-assess. And I provided it for you in a SurveyMonkey format so that we can tally and keep the results, because we're going to do this assessment more than once and we want to see what your outcomes are and have them handy. But you can also self-score it on your own at any time and continue to use it or share it with friends and family. And so as you can see, here is how you provide the scoring. And you would first reverse your scores for questions 4, 5, 7, and 8. And on these 4 questions, change the scores like this. So 0 would be 4 and 1 would be 3, etc. And then you add up your scores and you have your total score. Then based on your total score, you see which one of these 3 categories it falls under. So the perceived stress scale is interesting and important because your perception of what is happening in your life is most important. Consider the idea that 2 individuals could have the exact same events and experiences in their life for the past month. Depending on their perception, total score could put one of these individuals in the low stress category, and the total score could put the second person in the high stress category. So it's important to be mindful, and this is why I suggest that you don't share how you answered the questions with your peers, because depending on, a person can, bastard,